Kia ora. In the news today, the Pike River disaster has claimed a political scalp. Kate Wilkinson has resigned as Minister of Labour following the release of damning Royal Commission of Inquiry findings into the disaster. She says it happened on her watch as Minister and she feels that this is the right and honourable thing to do. Ms Wilkinson says while reports from her ministry didn't advise her of any concerns about its ability to administer health and safety laws, 29 men lost their lives in the tragedy. The Commission says the Pike River explosion was caused by an ignition of methane gas and there were plenty of warnings of a potential catastrophe. It says for months staff had reported incidents of excess methane and other health and safety problems. In the 48 days before the explosion there were 21 reports of methane levels reaching explosive volumes. The Commission says the Board of Directors didn't ensure health and safety was properly managed, all down to the drive towards coal production. There have been tense exchanges at the CTV coroner's inquest over who should have been put in charge of the rescue effort. The National Manager of Special Operations for USAR is being questioned by the family lawyer Nigel Hampton QC over what he did during a 45-minute bike ride around the city. Jim Stewart-Black says the CTV site was the first one he came across.
Simply did not have resources as the USAR part of the fire service response.
Please, did you not have an obligation to put someone in charge of that site, please?
No, I don't think so.
Jim Stewart-Black says he understood it was under the responsibility of the fire service given the blaze that had taken hold in the rubble. A multi-party accord is to be sought on changes to the MMP voting system. The government's now considering final recommendations on changes to MMP, which include lowering the party threshold to 4%, abolishing the one-seat threshold and getting rid of overhang seats. Minister of Justice Judith Collins says she asked other political party leaders to see if they want to be part of a consensus response to the report. Tens of thousands of people whose homes were destroyed or damaged by Superstorm Sandy are facing a new crisis in New York as temperatures plunge. New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg estimates that 30,000 to 40,000 homes have been left unusable by the storm as the cold intensifies. Sandy pummeled 15 states with fierce winds and a huge tidal surge which killed at least 109 people in the US and Canada. Nearly 2 million homes are still without power. And staying in the United States, Mitt Romney has told the Republican campaign crowd in Iowa that America is going to come roaring back. With just a couple of days to go before the election, he says the only thing that stands in the way of rebuilding the country is lack of leadership. President Obama, campaigning in Ohio, which relies heavily on the auto industry, reminded his audience of Mr. Romney's comments in the wake of the financial crisis.
Look, I understand that Governor Romney's had a tough time here in Ohio because he was against saving the auto industry. You know, it's hard to run away from that position when you're on videotape saying, let's let Detroit go bankrupt.
And the election is on Wednesday, our time. Barfoot and Thompson says the high-end real estate market in Auckland is the busiest that it's ever been. The real estate firm says the average price of a home in the city has now broken through the $600,000 ceiling for the first time. 119 homes were sold for more than $1 million last month. It looks like petrol prices are on the slide again. BP has dropped petrol and diesel by 3 cents a litre. That's the third drop in the last 2 weeks. The cost of international product prices has been on a downward curve over the last couple of weeks, and our dollar continues to hold strong. And that's all from me for now. Do join us again soon. Ka nui ngā te kāre matua, mai te whare kōrero o rima. Mauri ora.